Okay, not sure what happened just now, but it seems as my previous stream just got kicked off. Not sure what happened just now. Apologies about that, my fellow 215ers, but welcome back to 215 Trades, the home of the 215 technique. Good morning, Ryan. Hope you are having a lovely day today, my friend. If you're not, I hope that it definitely turns around for the best for you today. All right, remember again, guys, new stream now. I'm not sure what happened just now, so just hit that like button yet again. Sorry. Not sure if it was like an internet connection or something dropped, but OBS said I lost my frames, whatever that means. All right, so will be a great day today for all of us. Yes, Ryan, that's definitely how I feel right now. That's how I feel right now. So it's now 7:32 a.m. London session opens in about 30 minutes, right? London session opens in about 30 minutes, and that's really ideally what we're waiting for. We'd love to see for price to actually create the structure that I'm looking for as well. As we can see, we have price actually breaking below the 215 zone and has tested the 15-minute rejection, playing a little bit below it as well. Is either it's gonna go down lower for us to look for an entry 2 for a reversal, or if it's just gonna reverse back into the 215 zone to actually gather back some momentum to go lower. In a sense, we haven't tested the buy side as yet, so we're still on the sell side right now, which I think today would be a selling day this Friday. Right, maybe in the New York session that changes, but for right now, I think we should be bearish for the London session. So let's see what is going to happen. Price is dumping down pretty nicely down to that 30-minute support line right there. These are all the 30-minute supports, I think. All right, so price is dumping down pretty nicely as well. We don't want to worry, you don't have to worry necessarily if we miss an entry one set up from the let's just say an entry one. If we miss an entry one from the 215 zone, because we still have all this range down here where we could actually look for an entry two, which I haven't had an entry two, a decent entry two in a while. Right, haven't had a decent entry two in a while. Majority of the entries that I have taken have actually worked out to be entry one, just to say, but a decent entry two haven't had a one. But I think really what happened is I wasn't so fond of the entry twos because the flavor of the market had changed when we were doing all these all-time highs every single second. So when you're taking an entry two, it was a little bit too aggressive in a sense, because the upward movement of gold at that point in time was not letting you go back down. On the ones that are being confirmed on the lower time frame, like if it's going down for buys, you know, it's not meeting the criteria of that two candle rejection. So we haven't had a decent entry two in a while. However, if price does break this 30-minute support line here, we can look for some entries for an entry to buy, hopefully to push price higher, not even past the 215 zone, but even just taking an entry to, let's say, from the 30-minute support to the 215 zone, about maybe the point of interest, that's still about a 70 pip 80 pip move. So even that in itself is still a good motion. So it's now 7:35 a.m. here in London. Let's get right into it. That's like 100 pips away. at 9.3 versus putting it at see if we can go up to 8:30 today on today's stream, just 30 minutes after the London session has opened. Remember guys, if you haven't yet liked the stream, please go ahead and do so. I think I should remove that previous link as well, just so no is really for everyone. So this is the more recent one. All right, price is going down. Price is going down smoothly. Hold on, let me just make a cup of tea, my friends. Be back shortly. Okay, what we're looking at now. Okay, all right, so price is on that 30-minute support line. If it's going to confirm the entry two, I'd like to see it break it first. Test it with a candle close on the line versus just the wick of the candle. But let's see. We still do have a very clean range though below that 30-minute support, just to say, because that's like what, maybe about another 100 pip or 70 pip to the next major one, to the next major support. So we still have some space below, and if we're looking at it from like the 1 hour time frame, still looking at the same thing. It's just still just wicks just in this region, but it's also right there as well. So it's now 7:43 a.m. here in London. London market opens in about 17 minutes. It's a very lovely and beautiful day today here in England. We can now see, well, is it spring? I guess it should be spring. Yeah, the trees have now started to put back on their leaves. It's sunny outside as well, and I'm thinking that we should be getting upwards of 19 degrees today. Well, is it 19 or 18? 18! Upwards of 18 degrees today. Where is the rest of the gang? Sylvia, Manny, etc. I think Sylvia is on vacation, and Manny, I don't know. He has been. I, I guess he's just busy with life, my friends. So Sylvia is on vacation today. That's why you don't see her in the chat. I think Manny is as well. Is Manny high school or something like that? If I'm not mistaken. Yesterday, no, well, I missed when I missed that one from stream yesterday. I was away from the charts after the stream, so when I came back and I saw everything, I was like, damn, look at that. But no, I didn't catch any. I didn't take any entries yesterday. But yesterday was hectic. Like yesterday was crazy because I do have a pupil. And I would just got notifications behind notifications behind notifications, screenshots of setup, screenshots of profits, and all of that. So they were ripping the 215 yesterday, and they were eating like crazy pips. So I was really proud of her as well. Yesterday was yeah. So even though I missed it, a lot did happen yesterday, and a lot of persons did make a lot of profits. Did you take any entries yesterday, Ryan? Yeah, the volatility was crazy, and I wasn't even sure though. Why was it so volatile? Yesterday was it like a high impact news day? I wasn't sure. Yesterday, well, the news were calm. It was only just unemployment claims which came out, and ISM, whatever that is, that came out. But it did look crazy yesterday. And if we look on the daily time frame, let's look at the daily time frame and look at that candle. See, so all of this happened yesterday. All of that happened yesterday, and I think that's like what, more than 1,000 pips the market moved by. Yeah, more than 1,000 pips the market moved by. It was just, bro. Trump is just wasn't yesterday his or was it the night before, coming into the session yesterday, he did his liberation speech. And I was watching a few like programs on YouTube, and I could see where like the traders, like persons who trade stocks and all of that, they were a bit worried. They're still making profits. They're still making profits, but they were a bit worried because of how the market was tanking yesterday. So it does show that things are just a little bit bad right now for the American economy. But I really think that in the long run, after the dust settles, things may actually get better and go back to a calm state. You know, those usual times. Well, let's see. Since January, gold has just been really aggressive ever since Trump came in. It's been so aggressive in the point where the market has just been eluding the 215. There was a time period when I couldn't get one entry for the entire day. Not one entry I could get using the 215 because the market was just running the rings, laps around the 215 technique. And then when you have such a specific criteria that you have to look and wait for, it was just crazy. There was one day when it was at all-time high and it was doing this thing. I think it got about three. I got about three. Got about three on CADJPY. You know, to be honest, it still works. It works flawlessly. It works on EU. It works on GJ. It's just that I don't think I've taken any entries on any currencies since the beginning of the week. I haven't even marked up these charts in a while. So I was doing the 215 technique on EU, on GJ, and CAD JPY. It works perfectly on GJ. It works superbly on CAD JPY, and it works awesomely as well on Euro USD. So as this is the ending of this week already, it doesn't make sense to dive into it though now, but next week, coming back next week, because as you can see on my screen at the bottom there on the banner where it says not financial advice, that little thing that flashes on the bottom, it does say how many pairs does it have there. It does show about 3 pairs on there. So starting Monday, I will be going back to also using the markups on those pairs as well, so you can see it as well. So what I have been doing, Ryan, I haven't been back testing it. I have been live testing it. So each time it confirms that I take the entry on my live account, so it's not in like a simulated demo or anything. It's always on my live accounts, and on my live accounts, whenever I take them, I haven't really lost any of the trades that I've taken. Might not have come out with a lot of profits, but I haven't really lost any of the trades. And I've been looking at like really finding out how to really take entries from the point of interest line, only on currencies, not on gold. I've been looking into how to take entries from the point of interest line, right, versus just only taking them on the break. So for instance, like you can see where gold has came in to the 215 zone and is now rejecting from the POI. So I've been experimenting on how to take the entries from here to actually see the reversal of that sell way before it actually is confirmed. That's a little bit more trickier, and I don't quite yet have the ingredients for success for that one. All right, it's now 7:51 a.m. What's going on here? That's not right. How can that candle be green and be there at the same time? That's weird. This candle should, this is red on my MT5, but it's green on this one. Okay. Does anyone on here trade futures? I'm interested in looking into like switching over to futures. I haven't really done any extensive research as yet because I don't know how. Well, I won't say I don't know how, but I haven't gathered the necessary information for me to actually switch over to futures as well, to try it as well. It would be decent to know that I have a specific chart that doesn't changes based on the broker that I'm using. So it's something that I'm going to be looking into as well. Is like for like, charts are basically the same, just about $8 price difference. Okay, so it's basically the same, just about. Okay, all right, fair enough. The only difference is the broker on spreads. Yeah, I think they said like the spreads are like really low on futures, or if there possibly even no spreads on futures. Is that right? Based off what I heard, haven't done any research on that aspect of it as yet, but what I've heard. Remember guys, if you haven't yet liked the stream, please go ahead. Who do you think of going with? That's the next thing as well, Ryan. I'm not 100% sure as yet who I would be going with as a broker. I need to do some more research as well. I need to find the right one that, you know, like genuinely works with like persons in the UK. So I need to do some research. It's on my to-do list. I do have quite a few things on my to-do list as well. I'm thinking of actually also setting up my studio as well, so I can actually do come on stream cameras and all them fandangles and all of that. So a lot of great things coming in for the channel. As we said, it's early days for right now, but we are growing. I think how long now? Let's see. Let's have a quick look. How can I tell how long I've been on stream? How do I know when did I create, how long I've created my YouTube? How long have I created this YouTube channel? Okay, all right, yeah, so I joined YouTube on the 16th of May. Well, that's not how long I have been streaming though. So April, May. So next month will be the 16th of next month. It was going to be 1 year since we've had the YouTube channel. Since I've had the YouTube channel, but I think it's way less than that though. For the time I have been streaming, I guess for how long have I been streaming? Let's see, I guess if I go back through all my lives, I can find the first one. The first one was actually 4 months ago. It was 4 months ago, so I haven't been live streaming for a very long time, even though I have had the account. But guess what? We can do something fun though on that 1 year anniversary. Maybe just do some stuff here on stream. But let's see. All right, that 30-minute support line has been properly tested in my eyes. What does this looks like in terms of pips? That's about 10 pips. So if this candle can give us 5, then that would be a confirmation there for a entry 2. For an entry 2 from that 30-minute support. Possibly it would only be like a 15 pip SL on this. Is this candle close right here? So yeah, that's pretty much what I'll be you have the space that I have to work with So if it's a 15 pip SL, if that flips and close green in this little box right here, that little space that I have there, then I'll give it a wing. I'll give it a try and aim for possibly that POI as my point, my point of interest, as my my TP. So let's see if this candle can close in that little rate, that area there. Give me that 15 pip SL, not go with no more than 15 pip on this entry too. It's 757 as well. That you do know that the next candle is also going to be the opening of London as well. So you know the volume is going to be crazy on that. And after that, we would have 30 minutes left on stream as well. So let's see. Okay. All right. Ryan, do you hold on. All right, so London opening. This is the London opening candle. Volume is pushing down just the same, which we would expect as well. So if it's doing that downward push, then the main thing we could wait for is possibly a rejection. So let's see. That's some crazy volume that is. Oh, look at that. Crazy volume that is. This here is another 30-minute support. The white line. Yeah, we did say that the daily and the 4-hour is bearish for the day. They didn't confirm that entry 2, that entry 1 action. It didn't retrace. It's only just been going down now. So if it's going down, all the thing I can do is just to wait for an entry to buy, hopefully from one of these supports. But that's the first 5-minute opening candle for London, and that's about maybe about a 40 to 60 pip move on that candle only. 75 pips. Pretty strong reversal as well. That's like a 30 pip pullback. Yeah. Pretty strong rejection, that is. You'd expect it because it hit that 1 hour support as well, and as we do know, there's always a lot of buying pressure at the support and always a lot of selling pressure at resistance. Well, not every support and resistance have that effect, but most of them do. So ideally, if we can get a pullback on price to come back into the zone, then we could look for a short ultimately to target these areas as well, at least because now we know, being that price has already opened the pathway to these areas, we should have a very good fall if it does confirm. So let's see, 20 minutes left on stream, so let's see if we can get an entry to be confirmed within this time as well. This candle is too massive for an entry too, so we wouldn't even consider that. Also as well, Monday stream will be on Zoom with the premium members, so something to look forward to. We should be having that Zoom session hopefully by some miracle gold doesn't go all-time highs again for today. Hopefully it doesn't go up over 700 pips. Would be very nice though if price dump drastically. I think I need to have two of these because they're both saying the same thing. 30-minute support has just become a resistance now. Price is rejected from it. Remember, guys, if you haven't yet liked this stream, please go ahead and do so. Please show your support for the channel. We have about 12 persons or so watching. Can you guys just hit the like button, just hit that thumbs up button on the stream. Thank you very much for the love and the support, and also for being here as well, just seeing us do the 215 technique. Sadly, we don't have a setup right this minute because price hasn't retraced back to the 215 zone to confirm that entry one sell. Ultimately, what I would want to see happen is for price to retrace, right? For price to retrace from here, close inside the zone, preferably testing that point of interest again. Close inside the zone, followed by one candle closure below the range between my sell line and my 15-minute rejection line for me to take a short from this position and targeting the lower supports. So that's all the way possibly to the 4-hour support, because the 30-minute support has been tested already and the 1-hour support has been tested already. So ultimately, I would think that price should be pushing down either to this section right here at the 3093 or even the 3085. But price is now consolidating between that 30-minute support and that 1-hour support line. So I'm still out without a entry at this current minute. 15-minute time frame does show a bit of a steady downtrend, slowly but surely. No signs of a reversal just yet. This section here does look like a pretty ideal section though for a buy, if it was to come to that area, but it would have to confirm the specific criterias of the entry to setup. What does the icon actually say? Icon actually is saying that there is a bit of indecisiveness in this little section right here. So there's no sense of any true direction of these candles as to where it wants to go. As you can see, these candles do have wicks on the top and also on the bottom, but to see the ultimate direction, it should have just one wick. So still indecisive right now, but as you can now see on the candlesticks, it's showing that the direction is looking to be going down. Let's see. Does look like price want to fill that gap right there. Hey Henny, welcome to the stream. All right, so it's now on that 1 hour support line. Has tested it properly as well. So let's see if we can get entry 2 to be confirmed in the. Oh no, that's a big dip. Yeah, it's definitely going for these lower supports. Oh, damn. That's a superb fall, that is. If London is doing this crazy right now, I genuinely think that New York is just going to be catastrophic when it comes on to volume. Remember, guys, if you haven't yet liked the stream, please go ahead and do so. Pretty strong rejection, that is. Still, the downward motion is still on. Heikin Ashi is still saying red all the way. So, yep. Getting a pretty decent reversal there from that one. Well, I think that was a 30-minute support that it has tested on that region and that wild line, but it's rejecting back to that 1 hour support now. Wow, that's a lot. That's pretty strong. That was. That's about pulling back the price about 40 pips back upwards. But that could just be just a fake out as well, just to let people think that it's it's not going back down for you to enter a buy right here, for it to then go back up. But we still would have to see those 2 candles to confirm on that 1 hour support for me to even consider taking that entry to buy from that 1 hour support. But price is still going down. (8:25 a.m. here in London. Remember to hit the like button. Pretty strong reversal. Hit that 30-minute resistance, which was a bit strong in the last segment, as we can see, where price did come to that 30-minute resistance, but only to reject. If we push above that 30-minute support right here, which is a resistance in a sense, if we push above it and close above it, then we can look to see price coming back into that 215 zone. So if price can come back into the 215 zone with a candle closure inside, then we should be able to look for an entry 1 short if it confirms it. So let's see, price is pushing up aggressively, decent, rejecting from that 1 hour support. We didn't get an entry 1 an entry 2 confirmation from that, so NFP, I really don't know. I don't have much experience with NFP. I don't normally trade it. I know a lot of people that make some crazy bucks from it though, using that buy stop, sell stop thing, but I have never done it myself. All right, so it's coming back to the zone. So ideally, if we can get it back to the zone, then we can be looking for an entry 1 um, confirmation. So let's see. Are you looking to take entries today in NFP, Ryan? Strong rejection and pullback as well on this candle. That was some. That's a very decent pullback though from that 1 hour support though. Looking at it, and you see we still can't get it. We still can't get it to close above that 30-minute support. Still can't get a close above that 30-minute support. Price is pulling back down though. See? Can't close above it. Very strong. Could be looking to see price actually do come lower though. Because on the 1 hour time frame, you can see price came tested that 1 hour support, pulled back aggressively. Alright, only a few minutes left on stream as well. Did say we were going to go to 8:30 today, but let's see if we can get any action in the next 10 to 15 minutes. What does it look like on the 50-minute time frame? First sign of the slowdown of the down move, where we have a green candle on the 15-minute time frame. So this candle could possibly only just be looking to create a wick to actually take the price back up into our 215 range. Okay, sorry about that, guys. All right, what's happening here on the charts? Price is still dumping down. Well, you know, staying online for a trade, stream for a trade. There's no need. There's no need to do a full-on stream. So I usually just stay on stream for about an hour and a half to 2 hours on a given day. There's no need for me to be on any longer than that. Because most of the majority of the times, if I stream until I get a trade, it's gonna be very long, like an entire day, and I'm not a day trader per se. I'm not also like fully devoted to trading as well. It's not the time yet. It's just not the time yet to do like extremely long streams. And I'm looking in the industry as well for the traders who stream and trade. The majority of them, they don't go beyond an hour 30 to 2 hours. So there's no need for me to stay on like extremely long. With this stream, well, with the other stream as well, added it to it. It's about almost 2 hours, if I'm not mistaken, an hour and a half plus. That's fine. But looking at the price action, is just going to take a time for it to actually play out. Yeah, like right now, the price action not doing anything at the minute. Okay, all right. On that note, so now this is what's going to happen for the rest of the week. Well, the week has already ended, my friends, and it's actually come to the end of today's stream. So for the premium members, we shall be having a stream on Monday on Zoom. Hopefully price doesn't go back to all-time highs again, because if it goes back to all-time highs, you know how the 215 technique gets with the ATH structure. All right, so on Monday there shall be a Zoom stream on Monday, so come prepared for that session. It has been a slow week as from my side. I can definitely see that. However, I'm not too worried about that because the market never ends, right? So we will still have great opportunities to get brilliant entries again in the future. All right, so Monday Zoom, Tuesday would be London session, and possibly Wednesday would be Asian, Thursday would be London again, possibly Asian as well, and then Friday we'll be back to the London stream. Now, for those persons who are watching right now and you want to know what possibility to look for an entry, like we could be looking for a buy at around the price 30.85 thereabouts. Also as well, we could be looking for a buy on this 30-minute support as well, right here between prices of 3903 and 3902 as well, if it confirms a decent entry 2. And we all know what an entry 2 is basically just a reversal of 2 candles from a support or a resistance going in the opposite direction with about a 15 pip stop loss. Okay, well, on that note, my friends, stay safe. All right, I'll see you guys next week, and happy trading.